good, you guys? It's your boy the Kryptonian saying, bringing you a review for One Piece chapter 170. And this chapter, you could say it's a setup chapter. I know I've been saying that a lot, but this feels like a chapter that is, once again, it's another building block. I'm not sure where Oda is going to reincorporate some of this stuff, but it feels like another building block. But I like how the chapter opens up with Pell and Miss All Sunday. I like that. And Miss All Sunday's Devil Fruit power, that was interesting, man. And that really explains why when she showed up with the Straw Hats way back when they first got, I believe when they first got on the Grand Line, I liked that even back then, it seemed like Miss All Sunday, she had something else going with her. And I was just wondering, how the hell is she able to, knock Sanji and Usopp out the way? What's going on? And now we know why. It's because her devil fruit power is actually the flower fruit. And basically, just like how a flower can kind of stem off, or I guess you could think of it more like tree branches, where branches go everywhere, she's able to kind of split her body like that. She's able to grow. That's her word. So I thought that was pretty cool. And the fact that she completely negates everything that Pell's doing when Pell's trying to fight her, that grabbed my interest, because this is on some one-sided, this is one of the most one-sided fights in modern day shonen. The best way I could kind of describe it is, it really reminds me of when Aizen took on Kamamura and just the other captains, right? Aizen just comes out of nowhere, and in a few shots, he takes out all the captains that are watching. And that's what this reminded me of. There was this one gruesome panel where Miss All Sunday basically bends Pell's back, like bends him by the neck and leans back and is applying that pressure to his back. I guess you call it a backbreaker move. But she takes Pell out like it's nothing. And then she even works Pell up by making it seem like she killed Vivi. And at first I thought, like, damn, man, she's put her hand through Vivi's stomach. Like, what the fuck? And it was actually her using that devil fruit power. So that was pretty cool, man. I like that. It shows just how much, Pell cares. And I like how Vivi had this one moment where she decides she's going to charge Miss All Sunday, okay? And she's doing it because of what happened with Ingram. And once Pell hears that Ingram has been knocked out of commission for good, he's like, what'd you do to Ingram, San? He's pissed. And I like how just the emotions and the loyalty are just coming up. But at the same time, I don't mind the fact that Miss All Sunday is shown to have a gap that big, because for two reasons. One, it definitely more than makes up for the fact that Oda not on one panel, but off panel most of, if not all of Vivi's fight. And the only reason why I say most of is because we did see her standing over the guys, and he did tell us. We could have just got an explanation like something Kubo would do, where, yeah, I took care of those guys, don't even worry about them. We didn't even see it. So I like that, but it makes up for it. And then the second thing, Miss All Sunday is the direct partner to Sir Crocodile or Mr. Zero. So it makes sense for her to be that overpowered. Now, with all that being said, I like how, once again, the second half of the chapter, there's a lot of comedy, even though it's in a few panels. You have Luffy, he's blowing fake cigarette smoke. Usopp's just laughing it up with him. They're passing the time. Zoro was just asleep through this shit. And I think Zoro had the best reaction. But you can give it to Luffy as well. It's between those two, and it shows leadership characteristics in both, because there are situations where you're not going to be able to do anything, and sometimes the best option is just simply to wait. The hardest thing to do is to be so close to your goal and to realize that there's nothing more you can do. And if you try to force the issue, you can make things worse. So Zoro's like, okay, I'll sleep, and hopefully when I wake back up, be revitalized, refresh, whatever term you prefer, and an idea might come to him. And then when you look at Luffy's way of handling a situation like that is just say, hey, let's just goof around. Everything will work itself out. And I think that's also Luffy understanding that he has smarter people in his crew, And because he has smarter people in his crew, he can trust that when it comes time for him to fight Crocodile, they'll have a plan. They'll have a way to finish this. Or Luffy's plan period might just be, hey, I'm going to find Crocodile. Wait, he's right there. I'm going to kick his ass. Like, I could see Luffy just thinking along those lines. And, you know, Nami is a lot like me in that sense, to where I like things to be on schedule and planned, you know, which is ironic because people say I wing stuff a lot. Like, I leave room for, you know, different things that might happen. And if it happens, I've already planned for it. That's why I don't really care if something unexpected happens. But Nami needs a plan. She needs structure. So I like seeing that, and it makes sense because she's a navigator. North is always going to be north. South is going to be south. East is going to be east. West is going to be west, except on the Grand Line. But you get what I'm saying, though. So I like that, and I like the little, you know, contrast between that. And what I thought was very interesting about all of that is the fact that Crocodile didn't make any mention to the fact that they're talking about some guy Sanji, and yet it's just Smoker, Luffy, Usopp, Nami, and Zoro in the cage. So that's interesting to me. And once again, it's like, Sanji, dog, where you at, man? Where you at? Because during the all-long fight, you were, you know, MIA somewhere. You know, I don't know. I don't know where Sanji is, but I'm guessing he's probably around some women. He's in a casino. I could see the dude at the table somewhere, drinking, smoking, and watching the women. I could see that. So I want to talk about Crocodile's Devil Fruit. So it gets revealed. So this was pretty cool, man. You know, right off top, I'm thinking, oh, he's got the, you know, sand power. It's just like Gar's stuff. That's pretty cool. Because Vivi rushes his ass, and she's planning on just taking his head off. And she lands a pretty good shot. But the only reason why she lands the shot is because Crocodile lets her, and he breaks his body up in the sand, and then that's when he gets her. That's when he gets her. And he tells her, like, look, you should just chill out because our plan for Utopia is getting ready to begin. And this country, I'm not going to die, this country's going to die. So just chill the fuck out. So I like that, and I like the fact that he's saying that, but it's very ironic because he just told Luffy that trust is one of the most overrated things in the world. And yet you're trusting your subordinates to carry out your plan to destroy this city. Or not this city, this kingdom. So this was interesting. I don't even think Crocodile caught the hypocrisy in his words. But I wanted to say that trust thing for last so I can just go right into my chapter question. And the question for you guys is, what are your thoughts about trust? You know, obviously, if you've been here from the beginning or pretty early, you know that, you know, I have trust issues. So you know where I stand on trust, but where do you guys stand on it? You know, could you be in Luffy's position to where people put a lot of faith in you to be able to see things through, and then you and yourself trust that they'll put you in a position to see things through, which is how I view Luffy and the Straw Hat crew. And at the same time, what do you think about Crocodile? You know, Crocodile's lack of faith, lack of trust in the people around him. It's just a great contrast of leadership styles, in my opinion. I like this, but let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. As always, if you like anything I had to say, make sure you hit that like button, comment, rate, subscribe, share. I'll greatly appreciate it. As always, thanks for watching. Have an awesome day.